Hello everyone, I'm Lucy. Today, I'll take you on an exciting story, but before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Christmas Eve is supposed to be magical, right? Twinkling lights, warm cocoa, and kissing under the mistletoe. But not for me. While everyone else was laughing and singing carols, I was standing in the middle of the town square getting dumped. Yeah, dumped! Jason, my boyfriend of 2 years, looked at me like I was last season's Christmas tree.
I just don't think we're right for each other anymore.
Seriously? 2 years? And this is how it ends? His voice was colder than the snowflakes on my cheeks. I swear they're snowflakes, not tears. I wanted to rage and throw a snowball in his stupid face, but instead I just stood there like an idiot.
Jason, wait!
I tried to stop him, but nope, he was already walking away. Just like that. It went from Christmas magic to Christmas catastrophe. This time stood there for what felt like forever, the world just blurring around me. People were laughing, singing, and living their perfect holiday moments, while I was frozen in place, holding back tears. But you know what? This isn't the end of my story. Oh no! Stick around, because my life was about to take a turn. A wild one! Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because things are about to get crazy. Hours later, I found myself in the city park, slumped on a frozen bench with nobody around but the frost-covered trees. My breath puffed in little clouds, and I huddled deeper into my coat, trying to ignore the emptiness clawing at my chest. Beside me, the snowman I'd built earlier stared back with a crooked grin. It was supposed to cheer me up, I guess. A distraction. But now even the snowman looked like it was mocking me. I swiped at the tears streaking my face, but they just kept coming.
I just don't understand. Why does love have to hurt so much?
Then something happened. At first, I thought my frozen mind was playing tricks on me. The snowman started to glow, faint at first, like someone had lit a candle inside it. I blinked, rubbing my eyes, but the light only got brighter. The snow began to shift, reshaping itself, and before I could even scream, it transformed. Standing in front of me was a tall man with soft brown hair and the kindest eyes I'd ever seen.
I couldn't just stand there and watch you cry.
His voice was gentle and warm, like a cozy fire on a cold night. I stared back, gobsmacked, while his charming smile just kept growing.
My name's Jack. Maybe I can help.
My trance was broken as I stumbled back, my boots crunching against the snow. My heart was racing, but somehow, I wasn't afraid. There was something peaceful about his presence. Like the world had just paused just for us. Okay, what did my snowman just turn into? A person. Not just any person. A hot guy. Is there such a thing as frozen delirium? Or is this Christmas magic thing actually real? I know this sounds crazy, but Jack wasn't just some random guy. He was my snowman. My actual snowman. Instead of running away screaming, I decided to embrace it. Sure, let him stick around. And thank goodness I did. Over the next few days, Jack turned what had started to be the worst Christmas of my life into something I didn't think was possible. Magical! We started with ice skating. Okay, he skated like he was born with skates on, gliding effortlessly over the frozen pond. Me? I spent most of my time clinging to his arm and trying not to faceplant.
You got this.
He cheered me on, spinning around me like a show-off. Spoiler alert, I didn't get this. When I finally gave up and sat on the edge of the rink, he plopped down next to me, brushing snowflakes from my hair.
I think you were a more graceful snowman architect.
He had a teasing tone, but I rolled my eyes. I couldn't help laughing. And then there was hot cocoa. Turns out, Jack has some very strong opinions on cocoa etiquette.
Exactly, tease mini marshmallows.
He declared this while dropping them in one at a time with almost surgical precision.
Not 9, not 11, 10. That's the magic number.
I raised an eyebrow, watching the marshmallows crowd the surface of the cocoa. That's also the number of marshmallows that will barely fit in this cup, I pointed out. I giggled as they teetered dangerously close to the edge. Jack leaned back with a proud grin.
It's a balancing act. Like life, check it out. I'm deep and good at making hot cocoa.
I snickered, but the snort of laughter it turned into surprised me. It wasn't just the cocoa. It was the way Jack made even the smallest things like mini marshmallows feel like they were part of some grand, magical moment. Just like that, I forgot how miserable I'd felt just a few days earlier. But by far, my favorite moments were the simplest ones. Like walking through the town at night, the holiday lights reflecting off the snow. It felt like stepping into one of those old Christmas movies. You know, the ones where everything glows a little brighter, and endings are always happy. Jack noticed things I would never have seen on my own. The way the snow sparkled like tiny diamonds against the moon, or how they crowded the glow of the lamppost beam for attention, or how the air smelled faintly of pine and cinnamon. He noticed me too, and somehow when he looked at me like that, like I was the brightest, staying in in a world full of stars made me start to believe it. Really believe it. My glass half empty mentality I had clung to for years was changing. I wasn't thinking about what I'd lost or what hurt. I was thinking about how much I'd gained. Jack brought something back into my life that I didn't think I'd ever feel again. Hope. And it scared me because I wasn't just happy. I was falling for him. Hard. And I was pretty sure he felt the same way. New Year's Eve felt bittersweet. Jack and I spent the evening like we always did, laughing, talking, and holding on to each moment like it might be the last. But this time, I knew it was midnight was coming, and Jack's time with me was running out. We sat together on the couch, the fire crackling softly in the background. Jack held my hand, his thumb brushing over my knuckles as if memorizing every detail. I leaned my head on his shoulder, wishing I could freeze time. He looked over and spoke gently.
I was brought here for you, Emily, and now I have to go back to what I was before. A snowman.
That's not fair. There has to be a way to make you stay.
Jack's eyes softened as he pulled me into his arms. I wish there was. We knelt by the fire, my hands clutching his. I closed my eyes and prayed harder than I ever had before. I whispered with my voice breaking.
Don't take him away. Let him stay.
But as the clock ticked closer to midnight, the truth hung heavy between us. The tears I'd been holding back for the last hour spilled over, and Jack wrapped his arms around me, pulling me closer.
You've made my life so much brighter. I'll always be grateful for that.
I wanted to say something, anything, to stop the ache in my chest, but the warmth of Jack's embrace and the steady sound of his heartbeat lulled me into a calm I didn't know I needed. Before I knew it, my eyes grew heavy. Just stay, I mumbled, barely awake. And then everything went quiet. The last thing I remembered was Jack's arms around me, his hand still holding mine as I drifted off. I hadn't meant to fall asleep, not when I was supposed to be cherishing every second with him. Somehow, his warmth, his calm, it all made the disappointment fade, making it easy for me to rest. When I woke up, it wasn't to the emptiness I dreaded. It was to the smell of coffee wafting through the air and the sound of male laughter. His laugh. I sat up, blinking in the morning light, half expecting it to be a dream. But no, there he was in my kitchen, wearing my favorite sweater and flipping pancakes like he'd been doing it for years. He called out when he saw me.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
What you doing?
I asked, walking over to him.
Rounding your perfect kitchen?
He gestured to the counter, dusted with flour and stray pancake batter. I parked my hand on a hip and raised an eyebrow, still small, smiling as I leaned against the counter.
Do you know what today is?
Jack tilted his head, pretending to think.
The day you realize I'm better at breakfast than you are.
No, it's been a year since we met.
Jack froze for a moment, his crooked smile softening as he turned to look at me. His eyes held that same warmth, that same unspoken magic, as they had the day he first appeared. He didn't say anything. And as we sat down together to eat pancakes that morning, laughing and stealing bites off of each other's plates, I knew we'd found a love that defied every odd.
Hi, I'm Rena. Please like and subscribe. I was walking in the school hallway after I failed my chemistry exam for the 5th time in the 10th grade. And that's when I realized that the best thing I could do was look for a good husband and marry him after graduation. I had no future in college anyways. And when I was busy imagining myself as the wife of a handsome billionaire, I bumped into a boy I had never seen before. And in a heavy accent, he said,
You have 3 weeks to fall in love with me.
"What?" I was shocked, but he looked very serious. I tried to push him away, but he stopped me.
It's only 3 weeks, and I know you very well, Rena. You'll like taking risks. Agree to this and I promise you, you will have the best time of your life.
I stared at him and started talking, but I tripped over something and was about to fall when he caught me just in time.
Easy there, baby girl.
What did he just call me? I pushed him away and fell on my butt really hard. Don't touch me! And where are you from?
Italy!
Italian guys are so attractive, but you look ugly to me. Of course I was lying. He was really cute. And so what? You made a bet with your Italian friends before coming to the States that you will make an American girl fall in love with you in the first 3 weeks.
Kinda, but the bet was with my brothers. It was actually for 5 weeks. But when I saw you and knew you were miserable and ugly, I chose you and told my brothers. Nah, I only needed 3 weeks to make this girl fall head over heels in love with me.
Wow. Who did he think he was? Did you just call me ugly?
Yeah, but people must tell you that all the time, right?
Ugh. I ignored him and walked away, but he followed me and started begging. He told me he knew about my sick dad and that I lost my mom years ago. He offered to pay me $10,000 if I agreed to spend 3 weeks at school with him so his brothers could see us together. And what did I have to lose? I already failed 2 exams. Are you gonna buy me food?
A lot of food!
Deal! And just like that, I became his fake girlfriend. His name was Antonio, and he was super rich. And in the first 2 hours of our fake relationship, he bought me 5 Gucci bags.
If I have to be seen with you, you should change your cheap, ugly clothes. These are your size and your favorite color. Black!
How did you know about my favorite color?
You mentioned that in an Insta post March 2018, and you said from now on, I will only wear black.
Yeah, it's the day my mom passed away, and I was just sad.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Please forgive me.
I saw this as a chance to make him feel guilty, so I said, I don't know if I can forgive you. That might take a while. I saw a worried look on his face. Perfect! I excused myself to go to the bathroom to do my happy dance first, and then try on all these amazing dresses. When I left the bathroom, Antonio looked really impressed, and so did everyone else. I saw the look on every girl's face who made fun of me and my clothes. And to tease them more, I put my arm around Antonio's. You're amazing, amor mio. In your face, witches! The next few days were heaven. I got the latest iPhone, expensive shoes and clothes, amazing makeup, and the best perfumes. Now, Antonio and I were inseparable, and everyone envied me. It felt amazing. Until one evening, I was studying for a stupid poetry exam. When I felt hungry, I texted Antonio and asked him to bring me some Italian food. A few minutes later, someone knocked on the door. It was a good-looking guy around my age. Antonio sent you?
No English, madam.
Just then, Dad asked me who I was talking to, and I said, some really handsome delivery boy. Too bad he doesn't understand English, and too dumb for a really hot boy.
At least I'm not too dumb to think that Shakespeare is 2 verbs. You even turned it into the past tense. Shook, speared. How did you even come up with that?
Hey, it's a confusing name. Poetry is hard. Oh, wait. Didn't you say you didn't speak English?
Well, your jerk boyfriend, who is also my brother, asked me not to talk to you. He's afraid that you would fall in love with me.
Oh, wow. What's up with this family? But I decided to let it go and took the bags of food from him. And before closing the door, I said, Thanketh thee, I loveth thee.
You just said I love you.
Oh my God! I'm such an idiot. This was so awkward. I just burst into tears. Can you please tutor me? Teach me something, man. I don't want to fail this exam. My dad will kill me.
Okay, I'm gonna help you. Not because I care or anything. It's because I want to tease my brother and spend some time with you to piss him off.
You guys are so honest.
It runs in our blood.
And he pushed me and got inside. His name was Lorenzo, and he was such a smart guy. He tutored me for 5 hours, and the next day, I failed the exam. But who cares? I was the fake girlfriend of a wealthy boy. During lunch, Antonio got me a cute bracelet with our letters carved on it. He was really into this bet, but suddenly he got serious.
Don't you ever talk to Lorenzo again. Do you hear me?
Or what? Are you for real? You're not the boss of me. This relationship is all fake.
I said do not talk to him again.
Who did he think he was, talking to me like that? Just then, I spotted Lorenzo. So I pushed Antonio aside and went to sit with him. I even faked crying over the poetry exam and hugged Lorenzo so tight. He hugged me back. Later that day, I felt really sleepy during the boring lesson and put my head on the desk to take a nap. But someone started throwing paper balls at me. It was Antonio standing outside the window. What are you doing here? Leave before the teacher sees you.
Come with me now. I won't leave until you come with me.
He was crazy. I didn't want the teacher to notice anything, so I just jumped out the window. I fell into Antonio's arms, and his face was really close to mine. I could see how amazing his brown eyes were. I also noticed a scar next to his eyebrow. That's a cute scar. But suddenly Antonio let me go, and I fell on the ground. Ouch!
Follow me.
I followed him into the parking lot, and there I found a fancy carriage with 2 white horses. In what age do you live? But just then, 2 girls pulled me into the carriage and put makeup and a cute Disney princess dress on me. And then Antonio joined me. We reached a beautiful meadow filled with wildflowers. We had an amazing dinner, and I said, "Why are you doing this? We both know it's fake."
I don't know. I just felt like it.
And then he held my hand and looked straight into my eyes. And he got closer. But just then, my phone rang, and I looked at it nervously.
Is that him? What does he want?
We agreed that he would tutor me tonight. I have a chemistry exam tomorrow.
That's not gonna happen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I already texted him and sent him my location to pick me up. And a while later, Lorenzo arrived, holding a pretty bracelet in his hand. He handed it to me in front of Antonio.
Every charm has a different chemical element with its symbol to help you remember them better.
You mean help me cheat better? Man, you're the best! I high-fived him and left him saying bye to Antonio. That night, I studied with Lorenzo for 3 hours. And to my surprise, I was finally able to understand some things in chemistry. I know it was my 6th attempt to succeed, but still. I got up to do my happy dance, and I don't know what happened, but I accidentally poured some soda on his t-shirt. I apologized immediately and started using wipes to clean up his shirt. Oh God, I'm such a dummy. I'm sorry. He held my hand, and I could feel his warm breath on my face. God, he was irresistible.
You're really pretty, Rena.
We looked at each other for a moment, and he got closer to kiss me. But I stopped him. I can't do this. I'm with Antonio now.
But it's all fake, Rena.
I know, but I think he's not that bad. And
Oh my god. You really think he likes you? How can you be this stupid?
he got up and left. Now I was really confused. Whom did I really like? Was it Antonio or Lorenzo? Next day, when I arrived at school, I saw Lorenzo and waved at him, but he ignored me. I walked toward him, but Antonio showed up and put his arm around my neck.
I believe your feet hurt really bad after last night.
Why are you saying that?
Because you walked into every single dream I had last night. Caramelina!
Ugh, so lame. But just then, he gave me my favorite chocolate and said,
I'm not as smart as Lorenzo, and I can't help tutor you, but I can give you chocolate. It will help you remember things better.
I thanked him and left. I spent the few coming days with Antonio because Lorenzo was ignoring me. And one day, Lorenzo didn't come to school, and I got worried because he never missed school. I asked Antonio about him, but he got all angry and didn't want to answer. But I insisted. And he told me that Lorenzo wasn't feeling well and was taken to the hospital last night.
Why are you looking at me like that? Go see your Prince Charming. He needs you.
I left the school and ran to see Lorenzo. I saw him sitting on his bed. He was surprised when he saw me. Lorenzo, before you say anything, I'm sorry about everything. I didn't realize how much you mean to me until we stopped talking. I really miss you, and I was thinking maybe we should go out. But just then, a girl showed up and held Lorenzo's hand. Oh my God! What are the chances that this ugly redhead is your sister?
0. She is my girlfriend.
What the freaking flamingo? I wish the ground would open up and swallow me.
Rena, listen.
No, it's okay! I just ran out of there crying. Why did God make me so dumb? I didn't go to school for the next 2 days, although I finally passed the chemistry exam. But I was too sad. Then I remembered I'd agreed with Antonio 3 weeks ago that I'd let him record a fake video of me begging him not to leave me, to show it as proof to his brothers that he won the bet. So, I went to school and told him I was ready.
For what?
For the video! You won the bet, remember?
I didn't win the bet. Lorenzo did. I didn't make you fall in love with me. Lorenzo did. I didn't break your heart. Lorenzo did.
Wait, are you saying that Lorenzo was involved in this? He also wanted me to fall in love with him?
Wasn't that too obvious, Rena? Can't you just look around you and see who really cared about you?
Oh, stop with your lies! Stop! I don't want to hear anything from you! Good job playing with my heart!
Oh, don't be the victim now. You just assumed that Lorenzo really liked you. And you ditched me so many times to go with him. And you didn't even care about how that made me feel?
Aw, poor boy. He looks sad. Sorry to interrupt you guys, but I really need my chemical elements bracelet back. Since the bet is over now, and I won, you should give it back to me. It even helped you finally pass that exam. God, you're so dumb.
I got really mad at him and slapped him hard in the face. And then I got the bracelet off and threw it on the floor. Lorenzo got furious and approached me.
What did you do, you stupid girl?
Don't talk to her like that, you jerk.
Or what? What will you do to defend your little princess other than crying next to her?
And he pushed Antonio away, but Antonio punched him and he fell to the ground. Antonio wanted to hurt him even more, but I stopped him. Stop it! Enough with all this drama!
Yeah, speaking of drama, I just sent you something about your Romeo.
And he got up and left. The video showed when I left Antonio to visit Lorenzo in the hospital that day. Antonio took out a ring box and looked at it with teary eyes. But then he got mad and threw it on the ground. Then he sat on the floor and put his hands around his head. He looked really sad. Is this real? Do you like me?
I love you, Rena. You're amazing and funny and smart. And I understand that you don't love me back. So you don't have to feel sorry for me. You can leave me. I will be okay, I guess.
Or I can give you another 3 weeks to make me fall in love with you.
Really? That's amazing. Shall we start with a ring?
I think we can start with a kiss.
You're amazing! Cutie cupcake!
Wait, my mom used to call me that.
I know! Would you mind me calling you that?
You're amazing, Antonio. I was too blind to not see it. Can you please kiss me now?
I would love to.
Hi, I'm Nicoleta from Romania, and I'm here to tell you something you probably aren't aware of. Each one of you has the power to change people, even the jerk ones. But before I continue, please like and subscribe. People in my little town thought that I was the cutest girl with red hair, and they completely doted on me. Everyone would notice me wherever I went and would start talking and laughing with me. Yes, I enjoyed it, but honestly, sometimes it got overwhelming. One day when I was 3, I was at my neighbor's place, and her son put a paper crown on my head and offered me a horseback ride.
All hail Nicoleta, the Queen of Romania.
Just then, his jealous little demon sister came running out of nowhere and pushed me off his back.
No, she's ugly.
Then she squirted glue in my hair. I pushed her and was about to attack her when my mum took me away. All evening, my parents cried and I tried to comfort them.
It's okay, Mom, Dad. It will grow back prettier than before. I promise.
Eventually, they just had to cut my hair. And it did grow back all lovely and thick in a few months. When I was 4, Mum started taking me to a small farm 2 hours away from our house, just to have my hair washed with goat's milk. That was insane. But being around sheep and goats was fun. I refused to let them wash my hair unless I milked the goat myself. It took me 4 hours though, but I did what I enjoyed. Dad's favourite thing was to spend every evening brushing out my shiny curls as we sat around the fireplace. But I only agreed if he read me stories. One day, Dad sent my picture for a modelling job and I got accepted. I told my parents that I was only 5 and I had a childhood I wanted to enjoy. They promised the job wouldn't affect anything and it would make them proud and happy. So I agreed, and just like that, I started modelling for the following years. By the time I was in 9th grade, I was a pretty popular hair model for all sorts of shampoos and hair products. But I never enjoyed having makeup slapped on my face and posing in front of a camera. One day, I was determined to tell my parents that I was done. But then Dad got off the phone with my agent, saying that there was an audition for the role of the Little Mermaid.
Mom, Dad, I'm just done with all this. Please just let me live the life I want, not the one you want.
With that, I stormed off to my room. And no, I didn't go to that audition. Months later, Dad said I got an acting job offer in LA. I knew there was no use protesting, but I thought to myself that the States is the land of freedom, and the moment I would arrive there, I would be more free. And just like that, we'd flown across the world and settled in LA. It was really different from anything back home, but all I was thinking about was school. I wanted to do well so I could study law in college. As I walked down the hallway on my first day of school, suddenly someone came rushing straight at me on skateboard. The only thing I could register was the most beautiful pair of blue eyes before we both rolled onto the floor. For a minute, we gazed into each other's eyes as my heart beat furiously. Someone slammed a locker door somewhere, and we both snapped into reality. He jumped to his feet and I held out my hand.
Oh, sorry,
He smiled and took my hand to help me up.
Yeah, I'm sorry too for not pushing you harder, ketchup head.
And with that, he let go and I fell back on my butt. He just smirked and skated away. I stared at him in disbelief.
What an A-class jerk.
I really hoped I wouldn't have anything more to do with him, but to my horror, it turned out that he was in my class. I just knew he was going to make my life miserable. The teacher asked me to introduce myself and I stepped in front of the class.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nicoleta, and I'm from...
Before I could even finish, the boy burst out laughing.
What planet are you from? Do all the aliens there have hair like Elmo's fur? And does everyone talk like they're stupid?
Jack, that's no way to talk to a girl.
That's no way to talk to anyone. I've never met anyone as what do you call it?
Handsome, breathtaking, dreamy?
As rude? As rude as you. And don't make fun of my accent. I'm proud of where I come from.
Wow, now your face is as red as your hair. Do all ketchup heads get this angry?
Only if they meet stupid people like you.
Someone from the back called out.
Geez, get a room, guys.
What room? I'm new here. Can someone guide me?
Oh yeah, I will.
Everyone started laughing as he got up. I didn't really understand what was so funny, but the teacher was banging on the table to make everyone quiet.
Jack, that's enough. You'll be staying back for detention today.
Tell me something new.
The teacher glared at him, but decided to ignore him for the rest of the lesson. Later at lunch, I found out from all the girls that Jack was the bratty son of some rich businessman, and he was just always getting into trouble.
But even the principal doesn't really say anything because his parents are big donors. I'd be a bit worried if I was you. You seem to be his next target.
I'm not scared of some stupid jerk boy.
Just then, Jack walked over to my table with a blonde girl and said,
Here, a new friend. She speaks like a robot, but not like a ketchup head. Maybe more like a mustard head. Listen, I have to be honest here. You guys do have a beautiful accent. See, I can be nice. How about a kiss?
I felt my temper flaring up again and rose from the bench to punch his face. But before I could attack him, he turned around to leave, and I decided to let it go. The next day, I walked into the classroom for the chemistry lesson to find no one was there. It turned out that it had been shifted to the lab, and I was 15 minutes late by the time I finally found it.
Ah, Nicoleta, you must be the new student. We're doing the experiment in pairs, and the only person left is Jack.
I couldn't believe I was stuck with him. Things were going smoothly enough for a while, and when Jack handed me a beaker, our fingers touched for a second, and I could swear I felt sparks. I sneaked a glance at him to see that he was also looking at me.
Is there something you want to say?
Suddenly he came a little closer and my stomach did a few backflips. Was he going to kiss me?
I was just wondering, why do you breathe like a dragon? I can hear your nose whistling.
Ugh. Well, I can hear your face talking. So I guess we are even.
And with that, I stormed off to the teacher with my lab results. I was just done experimenting with this boy. For the next 2 years of high school, he kept being a jerk to me. He would call me names all the time or pull stupid pranks. I knew he was just trying to get a reaction out of me. And the best way to deal with bullies like him was to pretend he didn't exist. One day, when I was in the library, holding my head over a really puzzling math question, someone suddenly pulled my notebook away.
What are you crying over? Tomato Queen? Your sappy diary. Dear diary, Jack is so mean to me.
Give me back my notebook. I don't have time for your nonsense.
Seems like you're as stupid as you look. You've done the question all wrong.
Oh, yeah? And you're going to tell me how to do it right?
Since you're practically begging me for help, sure. I can't say no to a damsel in distress.
And with that, he just sat down and started scribbling away furiously in my notebook. A minute later, he threw the pen down.
And that's how it's done.
Give me that. Wait, what? That's actually the right answer.
I stared at his smug face in complete shock.
How come you're always getting such bad grades? Why do you let everyone think you're dumb?
That's none of your business.
But Jack, wouldn't your parents be really proud to know you're so smart?
Suddenly, Jack got up from his chair, looking furious.
What do you know about my parents? Nothing. They wouldn't care if I was as smart as Einstein. They're too busy fighting with each other to have any time for me. So just stay out of it. And I don't think you know anything about me.
And with that outburst, he stormed off. For the first time, I felt a bit sorry for him. A few days later, the teacher gave back the last math assignments of the term, and she slapped Jax on his desk.
Jack, you're going to have to repeat the school year. Now, I want to give you one last chance. I'll give you another assignment, and if you do well, I'll give you a passing grade.
Thanks, but no thanks. See you again next year.
I tried to stop myself, but I just couldn't.
Jack, you know you can do it. I can help with it. But I don't think you even need any help. Miss, he's practically a genius. He really doesn't deserve to fail this grade.
Everyone was staring at us now, and Jack looked livid.
No, I'm not. Who do you think you are, ketchup head? My guardian angel?
I just don't want you to be left behind, dude.
Why do you care? I don't want a second chance. Stop acting like Mother Teresa.
And with that, he stormed out of the room. What a stubborn idiot. When I went home that day, I had some shocking news waiting for me. Dad was really unwell and was given time off work. And to make matters worse, I found out that he'd gotten sick because our immigration status had been under threat for a few months, and he'd been trying to deal with it. If we lost the case, we'd have to go back to Romania. I felt devastated. I skipped the next few days of school to help Mom take care of Dad. But when I finally returned, I was taking some stuff out of my locker when I heard Jack behind me.
Oh no, you're back. My eyes were feeling so much better because they weren't hurting every day looking at your hair.
I started walking away, but he kept following me.
Come on, what's the big secret? Where were you? Growing tomatoes? Making ketchup?
If you must know, Dad has been working too hard lately, and he fell sick, so I was taking care of him.
Oh, I feel so sorry for your dad. Sorry that he has such a dumb, ugly daughter. And he brought her all the way from Romania and worked so hard just so she can have a good life. You made him sick, Ketchup Head. You make me sick too, actually.
He'd really stepped on a nerve and I snapped. I turned around and gave him a hard slap.
You're just a spoiled, ungrateful brat who's been given everything in this world, and you just want to waste it and make others miserable. To think I ever felt sorry for you, I hate you. And don't worry, soon enough, you won't ever see me again.
I stormed off, and this time he didn't follow me. A few days later, we went to court to fight our immigration case, but to our dismay, the judge ruled against us. Just then, a well-dressed man came running into the courtroom.
Your Honor, I'd like to submit an appeal in this family's case. They deserve to stay here.
We just stared at the stranger and he started firing some legal mumbo-jumbo and handed papers to the judge. And to our shock, the judge actually changed his decision and we won the case. We didn't have to leave. As we hugged each other, we turned to the man and thanked him over and over again.
But sir, if I may ask, who are you?
I'm your friend Jack's private family lawyer. The boy has been after me non-stop for the past few days to look into your family's case.
Oh my God, Jack! Did he really do that? I headed straight for school. After that, I looked everywhere and finally found him sitting alone on the bleachers. He looked stunned to see me as I sat down beside him.
Jack, why did you do that?
I don't know. Maybe because you tried to help me even though I've been nothing but a complete jerk to you. And maybe because I've had a crush on you from the start.
My face broke into a huge grin.
I always knew it! You like Ketchup Head!
With that, I pulled him in for a long, steamy kiss.
Hi, I'm Angelina, and my story, it's kind of crazy. But before we continue, please like and subscribe to the channel. My mom worked as a maid at the mansion of a wealthy family, and because she couldn't afford to send me to school, I went with her to work. By the time I was 8, I was helping her with small chores around the house. The owner was a really rich CEO who was never at home, and his wife was really self-obsessed. She left her daughter, Maddie, with the house staff to get beauty treatment so often that when Maddie was little, she called my mom, her mom.
Mom.
I didn't mind, because even though she was a couple of years younger than me, she was my best friend. One day, Maddie and I were just settling down to watch a movie in her room when someone flung the door open. It was Maddie's mom, and she did not look happy to see me.
You girl, what do you think you're doing in my daughter's room?
Mom, don't talk to her like that. She's my friend.
Her mom gave me a glare and walked away. The next day, Maddie's mom called me to her chambers, and I just knew I was in trouble. When I walked in, she got up and said,
I can see you're spending so much time in my daughter's room when she's at school, so I've decided to enroll you in her school too, and you can work afterwards. No need to thank me. Close the door behind you.
School! I think Jaren went to tell Maddie the great news. She seemed excited too, but when we got there together, she asked me to walk a few steps away from her, and once she met her friends, she disappeared. What was going on? I found out soon enough when I was sitting alone in the cafeteria at lunch. A group of girls walked up to me and put a big backpack on the table.
You're Maddie's maid, right? She said, we can ask you to do anything. After school, carry this to my car. I'll be waiting.
Take these assignments with you. I expect them to be ready by tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow morning. Get me a latte and a donut. Here's the money. Keep the change.
What on earth? I ran out to look for Maddie and found her in the girls' bathroom. Maddie, why are you telling people that I'm your maid? I thought we were friends.
Well, Angelina, of course we are, but only at home. I have a reputation to maintain here, and I can't mingle with someone like you in public. You get it, right? See you at home, bestie.
She walked away while I stood there shocked. Was this the same sweet Maddie I know my entire life? Maddie and her friends were always dumping their homework on me and making me run around for errands, and I was getting exhausted. I didn't even get time to study for a big math test and ended up with a big fat D. Later that day, when Maddie and her gang walked up to me and handed me a list of errands for our party, I tore it up. I've had enough. You guys have hands. Don't you do this yourselves?
Oh, that's rich coming from someone as poor as you. You know I pay for your school, right?
Before I could reply, I heard a boy's voice behind me.
Cut it out, Maddie. You don't pay for anything. Now buzz off before I tell Dad what a brat you've been.
It was Dwayne, Maddie's older brother. I'd seen him around the house, but he mostly kept to himself. Maddie looked furious and stomped off angrily. Dwayne smiled at me.
Sorry, she can be a jerk sometimes. Don't let her push you around. And since you're new here, let me know if you need help with something.
Well, actually, there is one thing. Are you any good at math? Because I'm really sucking at it. He started tutoring me at home, and by the time 7th grade ended, I was getting straight A's. But my grades weren't the only things that changed. As I grew older, I seemed to be catching the attention of a lot of guys. One day, I wrapped up my chores quickly for a movie date with a really cute guy. And just as I was leaving, Maddie screamed,
"Oh, Angelina!"
When I reached her room, I wanted to pull her hair out. She had dumped every single pair of footwear she owned on the floor and handed me a toothbrush.
These are really delicate shoes, so take your time and clean them with this. I need them all by tomorrow morning.
How many shoes are you going to wear at a time? Can't I do the rest later?
Mom, Angelina and her mom might need to be let go.
I had no choice but to do what she said. My day got canceled, and well, this was the first of many. Maddie always found some way to ruin things for me, and slowly all the boys stopped asking me out. One day when Dwayne and I were studying, I caught him looking at me. What is it?
You know Maddie is just threatened by you, right?
Threatened? By me, why?
You're smarter, prettier, and so much nicer than her. You don't think she knows that?
I could feel myself blushing hard. Just then, Mom called me to help with the dishes, and I floated away on cloud 9. A little later, Maddie appeared, throwing a letter on the kitchen table.
This friend of mine really likes you, Kundos. Why? He's really shy, so he asked me to give you this.
And why are you suddenly being nice to me?
I just said he's my friend, didn't I? I'm not doing. This for you? Just write a response quickly, so I can hand it to him tomorrow.
When I opened the letter, I felt really flattered, but I also cringed a bit. Dear Angelina, or should I call you my angel? I wish I could talk to you, but your beauty just makes me speechless. I wrote back and kept an eye on her the next day to see who she handed the letter to. But she was surrounded by so many boys that it was impossible to tell. The next week, she gave me another letter. Hi, my angel. I think I have the courage to face you. Meet me behind the school tonight at 7 p.m. I was really curious about who this guy was, so I decided to go to the meeting spot. Half an hour went by, and it was getting chilly. Suddenly, Maddie and her friends jumped out of the shadows, laughing hard and recording me.
You thought someone was interested in you? How dumb are you made?
What? This was all you guys?
Duh. Just because some losers asked you out doesn't mean you're something special. Gosh, you're so pathetic. Poor Cinderella waiting desperately for Prince Charming.
I was almost about to attack her when suddenly someone took my hand. It was Dwayne. He pulled me away, and we started walking back home.
I overheard Maddie telling her friends how she wrote those letters to play this dumb prank on you. She's so immature.
She and I used to be best friends. I don't understand why she hates me so much. As tears pour down my face, Dwayne put his jacket around my shoulders, pulling me a little closer.
I don't know why anyone want to lose you as a friend. You are something special.
Before I knew it, he leaned in for a kiss, and it was amazing. Even though the video of me waiting for a non-existent boy was making the rounds at school and everyone was making fun of me, I didn't really care. Dwayne and I had secretly started dating, and the next few weeks were bliss. Dwayne and I were making out in his room one day, when suddenly, Maddie barged in looking down on her phone.
The parents are out and I'm having a party. Can you invite some of your hot friends? Wait, what is she doing here?
Angelina is my girlfriend, you idiot. Now get out.
He shut the door on her face and we heard a tiny crack. Do you think she broke her nose?
Doesn't matter. She's been getting a change at the plastic surgeons for years.
We laughed and started kissing again when we were rudely interrupted again a little later. But this time, it was his mom with Maddie grinning behind her.
Dwayne, seriously, you know all the richest girls in town and you choose this maid? I mean, if this is only for fun and not public, then fine, do whatever, but be careful. She's probably only after your money,
Mama.
Listen, lady, Dwayne asked me out. I didn't, and your money doesn't give you the right to treat anyone like garbage. If you want to be respected, you have to treat others with respect too. Just then, Mom came running, looking pale as a ghost.
What have you done? How can you talk to Madam like that? Apologize right now.
but I didn't. Needless to say, my mom was fired and I was taken out of the school. When I was packing up my stuff, Maddie walked in and threw some old dresses of hers at me.
Here's a parting gift. They were going in the trash anyway, so same difference.
What happened to you, Maddie? Why did you turn into this awful person and just forgot that we were best friends?
Oh, please. I was only Bird at home and you were hired to entertain me. And then you forgot your place. We were never best friends. We never could be.
Well, good luck finding true friends then, Maddie, because the ones you have right now are just here for your money, and I never cared about that. With that, I picked up my bags and left. Dwayne kept texting me, but I didn't have the heart to reply. It was better this way, probably. We were worlds apart. Soon after, Mom found a job as a waitress, but it wasn't enough to make ends meet. So I managed to get a job as a cashier at a local bookstore. And one evening, Dwayne walked in.
Angelina, I'm so sorry about everything my mother said. I really love you. Please give me another chance. I won't ever let her say anything mean to you again.
The next day, I walked into the mansion, and before his mom could say a word, I stopped her with my hand. I'm not your maid anymore. I'm an independent girl dating your grown-up son, and you can't do anything about it. We dated for the next few years, and I graduated high school. I started working at a local cafe, and the old lady who owned the place grew really fond of me. But one day, she suddenly passed away. I had barely registered the news when a man in a suit came into the cafe and asked for me.
The owner has left the business to a girl called Angelina. Where is she?
Oh my God, what? She had left the entire cafe to me. And with that, life changed forever for me and my mom. We both started working together and turned the place around. It became one of the most popular spots in town. One day, Maddie and her mom walked into the cafe, and a few minutes later, I heard Maddie screaming at a waitress.
Are you stupid? So what if it's not on the menu? Just go ask your chef to make me a salmon salad.
I walked over to their table, and their eyes almost popped out. Ladies, please leave the cafe immediately. We refuse service to ill-mannered customers.
Oh, and you! Another waitress is allowed to talk to me like that. Call the management, and I'll have you fired right now.
I am the management, and I will have you thrown out now. As my staff escorted them outside, the humiliation on their faces was epic for me. With all the money I made, I opened 3 new cafes in the next 2 years. And by the time Dwayne came back from university, there were 4 more. One day, as I was leaving work, I noticed a bunch of paparazzi outside. Suddenly they parted, and Dwayne walked towards me with flowers and a ring.
Angelina, will you do me the honor of marrying me?
Yes, of course! All the journalists snapped pictures and cheered as we kissed.
How does it feel being engaged to the richest boy in town?
It's not a big deal. I'm rich too, you know. Dwayne and I flew away to a private beach to get married, amongst friends and mom, of course. Naturally, his family did not come. We have our own home and 3 cats, and we're all very happy.
Hi, I'm Elsa from California. Please like and subscribe. I was born to one of the most beautiful women in the world. Yeah, everyone thinks about their moms. But in my case, it was actually true. Everyone said so, and I was just like her. Dad adored us both, and we lived in a beautiful house. Life was good, almost perfect. But when I was 14, everything changed. One day, I slipped on something on the pavement outside and fell to the ground. And when I woke up, I discovered that I had small scars all over my face, and the doctors said they may never go away completely. I was in shock for a few days. Once the scars were healed, Mom took me to the mall to buy makeup. But just putting on some concealer wasn't helping much. You could still see them. The next few days, I spent hours watching YouTube makeup tutorials. I studied the way makeup artists transform their faces with layers of makeup. And once I'd applied it on myself, my parents were stunned.
Elsa, I hardly recognize you. But honey, the stuff will rub off when you play outside.
True. So, I guess I won't be doing that anymore. A week later, my parents sat me down for a talk.
Elsa, we have some difficult news. Our company is not doing well and we'll have to sell the house while we're taking care of all this. We think it's best that you go to my sister in Seattle for a while.
Honestly, it was a lot to take in, but a part of me was relieved. I'd never met my aunt or been to Seattle, but it meant a fresh start where no one knew what I looked like before. 2 days later, I flew to Seattle, and a driver picked me up at the airport. Aunt's house was basically a mansion. I knew Aunt owned a skincare company, But I had no idea she was so rich. A maid led me to my room, and as I was unpacking, I suddenly jumped when I saw someone's reflection in the mirror. It was a really strange woman with an odd nose and an unpleasant expression. Hi, can I help you? Help me? How would you help me when you've come to live on my charity? Wait, this woman was my aunt? She looked nothing like Mom. Oh, I'm sorry, Aunt. I've just never seen any pictures of you. Of course. Why would your vain mother keep pictures of me? All she ever cared about was herself and her looks. Judging by all the makeup on your face, I guess that's what she taught you too. Not exactly. Since I'll be living with you, you might as well know. I took a wet tissue and cleaned the makeup off my face. Aunt stared at me, and then she started laughing. Oh, ha ha ha! This must bother your mother so much. She couldn't even stand it if she had a tiny pimple. She was obsessed with perfection. Well, she's not like that now. Huh, really? I'm guessing it was her idea to get you all this makeup? Trust me, I know your mother better than you do. With that, she just turned and left. Well, yeah, Mom had bought me the makeup, but it was what I wanted too. Aunt was just weird. And over the next few days, I realized she was really weird. She'd ask me to do the oddest tasks. I only eat the blue candies, so pick them out and throw the rest away. Get me 6 blueberry muffins from the bakery, and then pick out all the blueberries. I'm allergic. You have to read me 22 pages every night before I go to sleep. I tried doing whatever she asked, but then one night, she woke me up by calling me. I need 3 apples from the tree down the road. You need them now? It's 3 a.m. I'm not going, Aunt. And I hung up. But moments later, she appeared in my bedroom. If I were you, I'd do what you're told, Elsa. I've been doing that, but I think you're just enjoying torturing me. You and your parents owe me. They're nearly bankrupt, and I've been sending them money and also offered to send you to school. So I want those apples now. I climbed out of bed and went out. I didn't realize my parents were in so much trouble, and I didn't want to add to their stress. I got some relief from her when I started school. I was looking for my class the first day when a boy approached me.
Are you new here? You look lost.
Yeah, I'm extremely lost. His name was Kristoff, and he was really nice. He showed me the way to my class, and as we parted, he said,
Hope I get to see you around later.
Maybe Seattle would be bearable after all. As I was looking for an empty seat, a gorgeous girl waved at me.
You come and sit right here, new girl. I'm Tracy, and honestly, I'm the only person worth knowing in this class. Everyone else is boring. By the way, I just love your makeup.
Wow, this Tracy was definitely full of herself, but she was kind of fun, and soon we started hanging out every day. A few weeks later, she proposed a sleepover, but it had to be at my house. Sure, but be warned, my aunt is weird. The night started off pretty fun, but then Tracy turned to me and said,
I want to know how you do your makeup. Here, use this to take it off and show it to me from the start.
Before I could reply, I heard Aunt yelling, Elsa, I can't find my underwear. Help me find it. When I got to her room, I found her sitting on the bed. Don't show that girl your face without makeup. Ever. Why not? And wait, how did you know what we were talking about? Not important. Now listen to me. I own a skincare company, and I promise everyone perfect, flawless skin. I can't have customers knowing that my own niece is, well, not perfect. It will be bad for my brand. So I'm just supposed to hide my face from my friend? Please don't make me remind you about everything I'm doing for you and your parents. Yeah, I won't tell anyone. I went back and told Tracy I was tired and wanted to sleep.
You're not going to take your makeup off first?
Nope, it'll last me another day. Luckily, Tracy didn't push it, and I was glad to have her as a friend. But the best part about school was Kristoff. One time, he caught me looking at the track team's flyer.
Do you like to run?
I think it's something I could like.
I love running. Race you to the gym.
You're on! Suddenly, he sprinted, and I followed, but he was too fast. When I finally caught up with him, he was leaning against the water cooler.
Amateur!
I didn't say I was a superstar.
But you had fun, didn't you?
Before I could say yes, I wiped sweat off my forehead and saw my makeup start to run. Oh, no, I gotta go. I ran like crazy and only stopped when I reached the bathroom. I was able to fix my makeup just in time. But when I was leaving for home that day, Kristoff caught up with me.
Hey, why'd you run off like that before?
Before I could reply, a car honked loudly, and it was my aunt calling out to me. Why are you here? I can't pick up my favorite niece now. And who's that boy? Just a friend. You're obviously lying. You like him. Well, don't tell him about your real face if you want him to like you back. Maybe not everyone's as shallow as you, Aunt. Oh, yes, they are. Trust me, I know. I got mocked for my appearance all the time. I couldn't change other things, but I could change my skin. And I really did with my creams. But unfortunately, you only have makeup, and that rubs off. She made me so mad. But what if she was right? Maybe Kristoff wouldn't like me if he knew the truth. But something totally unexpected happened the next day. Tracy had bought some new foundation, and she kept insisting at lunch that I try it. I told you, I don't want to take my makeup off right now.
Can you drop it? Why are you like this? It's weird that you never take off your makeup in front of anyone. It's almost pathetic.
Suddenly I felt mad. I'm pathetic? What about you? Is there anything even real about you?
I'm more real than you are.
Really? Are your eyelashes real? And what about your nose job? Is this even real? I tugged on her hair just for effect, but suddenly half of it ended up in my hands. Oh God! I had no idea Tracy wore hair extensions.
You knew, didn't you? Yeah, I'm insecure about my hair. You're insecure about your skin. But I'd never take your makeup off like that.
How would I know? I'm sorry. But it was too late. Everyone had seen me. They all thought I was a bully now and had exposed Tracy's secret on purpose. I tried to apologize, but Tracy completely ignored me. No one else was talking to me either. And even worse, Kristoff was being cold to me. Hey, it seems like you've been avoiding me.
Well, yeah, I have. That was a really messed up thing you did to Tracy.
I promise I didn't know.
I'm not sure I believe that. How could you not know? She's your best friend. You're just not who I thought you were.
That hurt me more than anything else. I felt super lonely, so I just started having my lunch in an empty classroom while watching Avatar videos on YouTube. It was the only thing that made me feel better. A few days later, I saw Kristoff going into the gym, and I decided I'd tell him everything so that he could get to know the real me. He hadn't seen me yet, and just then, he started rolling up his pants. He had scars all over his legs. Suddenly, he realized I was right behind him.
Elsa, you weren't supposed to see that. Please don't tell anyone. It happened in an accident and no one knows.
Kristoff, I would never tell anyone. I wouldn't even have done that to Tracy if I'd known the truth about her hair.
I want to believe you, but I don't think you understand what being insecure about something feels like. You look so perfect all the time.
And then I wiped off my makeup to show him my real face.
Oh, Elsa, I had no idea. You're beautiful. Thank you for showing me.
He pulled me into a tight hug, and for the first time since my accident, I felt seen and accepted. Accepted as me. The next day at school, I came with my makeup as usual. But Kristoff showed up in shorts, exposing his legs for the world to see. What was he doing?
Elsa, I wanted to thank you. When you showed me your scars yesterday, I just became less afraid to show mine. I don't want to hide them anymore.
I don't know what to say, especially because I haven't been so open about my own scars.
Maybe you can take your makeup off now. We can take this step together.
I wish I could, but I can't let anyone see me without makeup. I told him how my witch aunt had instructed me to never take off my makeup in public, or she'd stop helping my family.
We can keep it a secret as long as you reapply it before you go home. She won't know, right?
At first, most of the kids at school didn't even recognize me without makeup. When they realized who it was, they were stunned. But I was surprised by how many people told me I was brave. Tracy looked shocked when I walked up to her. Here's my secret. Will you believe me now? That I would never have let yours out on purpose?
Yeah, I suppose you wouldn't.
I thought things were finally back to normal. But the next day, I was about to go home when someone told me to check Tracy's Facebook page. She'd posted a picture of me without makeup in a caption that said, "I guess Ms. Perfect isn't perfect after all." Wow, so she hadn't forgiven me after all. I was gonna kick her butt the next day. But when I got home, Aunt was waiting for me, looking like a tiny dragon.
You want to explain this picture to me?
Not really. You were wrong about everyone, Aunt. No one judges me for my scars. In fact, they think I'm awesome for not hiding them. And Kristoff thinks I'm beautiful just the way I am. They're lying. They're laughing behind your back. And you messed up big time by not listening to me. I'm gonna withdraw you from that school and stop sending money to your parents.
Excuse me, what's this about you sending us money?
Aunt and I turned around in shock to see Mom behind us.
Elsa, has she been treating you badly? Why didn't you tell me?
When I told her everything, Mom was furious.
You petty, petty woman. As if you'd ever offer a single penny to anyone. I've been sending you money for Elsa's school. I know you've always envied me, but I didn't think you'd stoop so low and take it out on my daughter.
And why would I envy you? I'm successful and have all the money in the world.
Yeah, but you're gonna rot alone in this mansion. Good luck.
Mom took my hand and we left. I was so glad to be out of that house.
Honey, our business is doing much better now. And we even found a house. I came to get you so that you could see it before we bought it.
I'm so happy things are better, Mom. But do you think we could move to Seattle? I finally feel like I fit in here. Mom looked really surprised.
Yeah, I think we can do that. But are you sure?
I thought about Kristoff and smiled. Yeah, I'm sure. It's every girl's fantasy to wake up and go viral. But me? I went viral for all the wrong reasons. I woke up to 100 notifications and saw ugliest girl in the world trending. And there it was, my bare face and all splashed across every platform under the sun. No filter, no warning, just pure humiliation. Hey, I'm Scarlett and this is my story. If you want to know how I went from being the ugliest girl on the internet to having my face on every freaking billboard in town, they then hit that subscribe button, smash the bell, and keep watching out of a book. So how did it all start? A few months back, my skin just freaked out. Pimples started popping up like they were on a mission. I was already average looking, so this just added fuel to the fire. My mom took me to a dermatologist, but they hit me with the classic.
It's hormonal. It'll go away on its own.
It got worse. I started piling on druggrokstore makeup, hoping no one would notice what was underneath. Kids at school started clowning me for my makeup, calling it crusty, cakey, broken. Only my best friend knew the truth. She used to come over all the time, and that day was no different. Except I wasn't wearing makeup. I didn't even realize she had gone live on Insta, not until the comments started rolling in. And just like that, my bare face was out there for the whole internet to judge. When I confronted her, she played dumb. I said it was a mistake, but then some girls at school told me she did it on purpose to get rid of me, because people had started making fun of her too, for hanging out with someone so ugly. In her world, having me as a best friend was bad, and that broke me. While the internet laughed, I stayed home, falling apart. No one really understands what it's like to become famous for your worst moment, for your face. I couldn't even look at myself. Every mirror felt like it was mocking me. Still, I dragged myself to school. And yeah, people stared, whispered, laughed, like I was some walking joke. Then this guy came up to me, Zayden.
Hey, I'm sorry what happened to you. It wasn't right. Sloan shouldn't have done that.
Why are you being sympathetic? You want clout too? What's your angle?
What? No angle. I've been there. Went viral when I slipped off a weight bench at the gym. Everyone called me Flat Zayden for weeks.
Yeah, well, at least you're not ugly. Yours was just an accident.
So are you. You're not ugly. You're just hurt.
Zayden and I had gotten close. We clicked on everything, and I started falling for him. Since I wasn't ready to be seen in public, he came over to my place. We were hanging out in my room, and there was this quiet moment. He leaned in and kissed me, and I kissed him back. Then suddenly, his face went pale, and seconds later, he turned and puked right there in my room. I froze. I thought, he's disgusted by me, by my face. That's why he kissed me and threw up. I grabbed my makeup remover wipes and handed him one so he could clean up. But then something snapped in me. I looked at him, hurt and furious, and I slapped him right across the cheek with the same wipe. He stumbled back, mumbling,
I'll explain everything later.
Then he ran out like a total coward. The next day at school, one of Zayden's teammates walked upstairs, smirking like something was funny.
You really thought he liked you? He lost a bet. Dating you was the punishment.
My heart sank. I just walked out, holding back tears until I made it home. And then I broke down crying, screaming, clutching my chest like I could hold my heart together with just my hands, because honestly, I didn't know it could hurt this much. My mom saw my face and asked,
What happened?
You need to do something for me, for my skin!
It's just a phase. It'll pass. Don't be so hard on yourself.
You're only saying that because you're not in my shoes. You never actually take care of me. And now look, this happened because you never listened. And you're still acting like it's not a big deal.
And that's when the front door flew open. Enter Aunt Layla, icon, legend. My mom's cooler, way more support, supportive sister.
I heard what happened and rushed over.
She hugged me tight, and then she looked me in the eyes and added,
"We're fixing this. I'm taking you to the best cosmic dermatologist in the city. I've got you, girl."
And for the first time in weeks, I actually felt a little bit of hope. When we got to the dermatologist clinic, I was shook. This wasn't just a clinic. It looked like a freaking 5-star hotel. Marble floors, designer furniture, lemon water, and glass display dispensers. The works. We waited forever at the reception. I was starting to get fidgety, and Aunt Lila was like,
"Let me go check what's taking so long."
She disappeared through a hallway. I got bored, stood up and wandered a little, just minding my own business. Then I heard voices, familiar ones, so I peeked around the corner. Huh? It was Aunt Layla talking to someone from the clinic team.
She doesn't know. This all started after I gave her that cross cream. But you reformulated it now, right? Just treat her, and we'll use her as a success story for the brand.
My stomach dropped. It all clicked. The breakouts, the timing, everything started right after I used that cream she gave me. And she knew. She knew she wasn't helping me. She was using me. Once again, I rushed back home. No points for guessing where my emotional breakdown was headed. I slammed the door and started howling like my world had just imploded. Exploded again. This time, my mom didn't stay silent. She ran in and asked,
"What happened now?"
And I told her everything. The cream, the clinic, Aunt Lila's little secret plan. Her face turned red with rage. First thing she said,
"Stop using that cream right now."
"Yeah, thanks, Captain Obvious. But here's the thing. My mom's not just any mom. She's a social media advisor at a major firm. So she fired up her ring light, pulled out receipts, and made a video exposing the cosmetic company and Aunt Layla. That video exploded. People started commenting, snitching, sharing their own stories. So many said the same thing.
That product ruined my skin too.
And just like that, a movement was born. Cosmetic cruelty. Turns out Aunt Layla and that fancy cosmetic company, yeah, they got sued hard. Not just by us, but by dozens of people who finally came forward. They were hit with lawsuits, expensive, exposed across all media, and forced to pay massive reimbursements, their reputation done for. After I stopped using that cursed cream, my skin slowly started healing. My mom and we became internet icons without even trying. She got invited onto all these self-care and parenting podcasts, talking about training, true transparency, and protecting your kids. And me, I started getting DMs from beauty brands. Not just the fake polished ones who want to slap on filters and call it confidence. No, these were brands that saw the beauty in real skin, in raw stories, in honesty, and they wanted me. Breakouts, scars, everything. Then one day, I saw it, my face, raw and glowing, staring down from every major billboard in town. Me, the girl the internet once called the ugliest and the wildest part. It wasn't about the fame or the money. That stuff, just a side effect. The real win, owning my story and helping other people feel seen in theirs. Then one quiet evening, there was a knock on the door. It was Zayden. He stood there, looking nervous but determined, like he'd been rehearsing this moment 100 times.
That day when I puked, it wasn't because of you. I had food poisoning or the worst stomach flu ever. I was already feeling sick and panicked. And the second I kissed you, I knew I wasn't gonna make it. I ran because I didn't want to embarrass myself more than I already had.
Then why did your friend say you lost a bet? That I was a punishment?
Because he saw us together and got jealous. He made it up to hurt you. I didn't correct him because I was scared, but I'm not scared anymore.
I opened my mouth to ask about the makeup wipe thing, but he just smirked.
Shh, some things are for next time.